therapy room in the back. So that's something I offer. But I specialize in bee venom therapy, and bee venom is the liquid that is in the stinger of the bee, and the stinger is inside the stomach of the bee. And that reminds me that in the Quran it says, in the belly of the bee is a healing liquid, and bee venom is a liquid in the belly of the bee. And the Quran doesn't specifically say in that spot that it is honey, which we all assume it's honey, but specifically it says it's a liquid. So I'm convinced bee venom is the liquid that the Quran is talking about. So I'm all in for bee venom therapy being the best therapy there is in the world.
Okay, so when you say it is therapeutic, what do you specifically mean, or what does it heal?
So bee venom, the main substance in it is called melittin, and melittin is the thing that helps cure cancer. It's the thing that causes the stinging pain. It is also the thing that is anti-inflammatory. It helps your own body to produce its own steroids. It helps relieve pain. I have MS patients. Currently have three cancer patients coming to me, and one of those who's been coming to me for now 8 months. The doctors have confirmed that the metabolic rate of the cancer it's dead. It doesn't exist anymore.
Wow.
So the tumor still is there, but there's no metabolic activity. So now we are working on reducing and shrinking the tumor.
Okay, so tell me, what type of cancer are we talking about?
So bee venom works on all types of cancer. The main research that's happening in Australia is in Western Australian University, and they have discovered that when you introduce bee venom to the cancer cells, the melittin actually goes and destroys the membrane of the cancer cell. It also activates your immunity. So your T cells that are helpful in destroying the cancer cells, that previously maybe the cancer was not visible to your immunity, now becomes visible because it's getting destroyed, and the immunity has been boosted and the T cells can now attack the cancer.
So does it also have to do anything with the stage of cancer, or no?
So up to stage 2 cancer is reversible with bee venom therapy. Stage 3 pe it's maybe a 50% chance, and stage 4 pe it prolongs your life. So I had a stage 4 patient who was given like 2 or 3 months to live, and she lived for 3 years after that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so tell me more about the process. Like, can you explain? Okay, so this is one is cancer.
One is cancer.
And what about when you say inflammation? What do you mean exactly? Like, what are we addressing?
So most illnesses, their root cause is inflammation. Alzheimer's में brain inflammation है, arthritis में joints या जो भी जहाँ भी inflammation है. Autism is also gut inflammation. So all of these things are centered around inflammation. So bee venom being highly anti-inflammatory, I feel cures almost everything. Even nerves ke liye so amazing. I had a lady who had come to me with 100% nerve dead foot, and she was told by her doctors in the US that there is nothing that you can do about it, just take care of the other foot.
So why is it so hidden?
So bee venom used to be really huge in the 1800s, and उस वक्त big pharma took over, and उस वक्त homeopathic भी बहुत huge होती थी. Homeopathic used to be available in hospitals, so was bee venom therapy. And the Rothschilds actually, what they did was they funded hospitals and said that only allopathic will be used. So to procure that funding, they had to give up all the alternatives. And doctors who were still associated with bee venom or homeopathic or any other alternative were called quacks.
Okay.
But bee venom therapy is so old. It's as old as there's evidence of it being used in ancient Egypt. There's evidence of it being used with Chinese medicine. So it's thought that acupuncture जो शुरू की needles use होती थी वो stinger से निकाल के use होती थी. And I'm going to show you micro stinging technique. That's actually a Japanese technique. So this bee venom therapy was everywhere, and not just the East. हमारे अपने South Asia में, my grandfather told me that in the house he lived in Patna, outside there was a huge tree, and there was a Baba that was under that tree who used to give bee stings out, and लंबी लंबी लाइनें लगी होती थी लोगों की आके bee stings करवाने.
Okay, so tell me, do these bees, like I've not seen bees in a normal areas like in Lahore, like हमें डेमू जरूर नजर आते हैं and of course they're different.
They're different.
So what is the science behind how
So
does
the reason we don't see bees anymore is because of dengue and all of that. We have sprayed so much that we have destroyed our ecosystem. We have destroyed our bees. And then ऊपर से लोग क्या करते हैं कि ओ इतना बड़ा हाइव हमारे लग गया तो हमें डर लग रहा था, उन्होंने स्प्रे कर दिया, मार दिया, उतरवा दिया. They don't care about the life of the bees. So it is very difficult for the bees to survive in this environment just because we don't care about them.
Okay, so tell me more about your own journey, Midya. How do you feel, like when and how did you get into all this process? When did you get exposure to this weed?
So I lived in the US for 15 years, and I used to search out honey from beekeepers. So even in the US, 90% of the store-bought honey is no good.
Not good.
Okay? So I used to, there's this platform called Craigslist. I used to go to Craigslist, look for beekeepers. I used to drive to them 2-3 ghante into the
So you
surrounding
were
areas.
already okay.
So, and I wanted my kids to have the purest honey. So one of the times I was buying honey, one of the beekeepers, she said, "Would you like to come see my hive?" And I said, "Yeah, I'd like to come see my hive, your hive." So I suited up. I went and looked at her hives. I fell in love in that moment with bees.
Wow.
It is such a beautiful process when you're with the bees. The sound, the desire to even be safe around bees tunes you to everything about them. And it's like you're in a meditation at that point. Nothing else around you is even remotely in your memory at that point.
Yeah, I felt that when I was with you outside.
Because you're just so, like, you have to be present. Like, there is no choice.